Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast where we explore groundbreaking ideas shaping the world of technology and economics. Today, we continue our journey through the prediction machines, the simple economics of AI by Ajay Agrawal, Joshua Gans, and Avi Goldfarb. In this episode, we will be diving into chapter 9 and 10, titled The Value of Judgment and Predicting Judgment. These chapters explore why human judgment remains indispensable in a world increasingly driven by AI predictions, and how we are beginning to see AI tackle even judgment based tasks. So let's stick around for a thought provoking discussion that combines insight from the book, real world examples, and actionable takeaways. So let's start with chapter 9. This chapter emphasizes that judgment, our ability to assess and assign value to predictions, remains a critical human skill. While AI excels at prediction, it's humans who decide how to use these predictions to make better decisions. The authors break down judgment into three core elements. We have valuation, which is assigning value to different outcomes. For example, predicting the likelihood of rain helps us decide whether to carry an umbrella, but the judgment comes from valuing dryness over inconvenience. That's on point. Prioritization, which is deciding which predictions to act upon. In a medical context, AI might predict which patients are at high risk of complications, but doctors use judgment to prioritize resources. And we have the third one, ethics and morality. Navigating decisions with ethical dimensions, such as using AI in hiring or criminal justice. Prediction machines can't make moral choices. This responsibility lies with humans. So let's take a case study of autonomous vehicles. The authors use the examples of self-driving cars to illustrate judgment's importance. AI predicts the likelihood of collision or traffic patterns, but it's humans who decide how to weigh competing priorities like minimizing accidents versus optimizing travel times. The main takeaway for this chapter, I would say, would be the first one: judgment assigns value and direction to AI prediction. Ethical considerations make judgment uniquely human, right? And the third one would be that the value of judgment grows as AI handles more predictive tasks. Moving on to the next chapter, it takes the discussion a step further, exploring how AI is beginning to predict elements of judgment itself. The authors argue that as prediction machines improve, they increasingly take over tasks that previously required human judgment. For example, consumer behavior. AI systems like Amazon's recommendation engine predict not just what customers might buy, but also how much they'll value certain products. Also, in hiring and recruitment, platforms like LinkedIn use AI to predict which candidates are the best fit for a job, effectively automating part of the judgment process. However, the authors are careful to point out the limits of predicting judgment. AI struggles with ambiguity and context, which are often central to human decision making. For example, predicting customer preferences works well for routine purchases but falters in complex or highly personal decisions. From this chapter, we see that AI can predict aspects of judgment such as consumer preferences. Another key takeaway from this chapter is that ambiguity and context remains challenges for predicting machines, and predicting judgment works best in routine data-rich scenarios. So let's take a critical look at what's worked in this chapter. The authors excel at highlighting the complementary role of humans and machines. By distinguishing between prediction and judgment, they provide a clear framework for understanding where AI adds value and where human intuition remains essential. The examples like self-driving cars and Amazon's recommendations are relatable and bring the theory to real life. Chapter 10's exploration of predicting judgments is particularly compelling. It pushes the boundaries of what we expect AI to do, offering a glimpse into how prediction machines are evolving beyond traditional tasks. While the chapters are insightful, they could delve deeper, really, into the societal implications of delegating judgment to AI. For example, in hiring, what happens when AI, predictions reinforce biases in data? Similarly, the discussion of ethics in Chapter 9 could benefit from concrete frameworks for addressing moral dilemmas in AI decision making. Another critique is that the chapters focus primarily on business applications, leaving out potential uses of AI in fields like education, public policy, where judgment plays a significant role. So, how does this matter to you? Because the interplay between prediction and judgment is shaping every aspect of modern life, from the products we buy to the jobs we apply for. Understanding this dynamic helps you navigate a world where AI is increasingly embedded in decision-making process. For businesses, you'd have to identify areas where judgment adds value to AI predictions. For example, a marketing team could use AI to predict customer preferences, but rely on human insight to craft compelling campaigns. For humans, for individuals, you can strengthen your judgment skills by focusing on critical thinking, ethics, and creativity. These are areas where humans still have the edge over machines. So we move on to our reflection questions for today. Question 1. What are the ethical considerations of relying on AI for judgment-intensive tasks, such as hiring or criminal justice? That's the first reflection question for today. And the second reflection questions for today would be, how can you develop your judgment skills to complement AI prediction in your field? So this question is something you think about for a while. How in your career, how has AI been being used, right? How do you use AI in whatever job you're doing? Now, how can you develop your judgment skills to complement AI predictions? Also, we'll have a third reflection question today, and that would be, are there tasks in your work or in your life where AI predictions have already improved decision making? How did judgment play a role in interpreting those predictions? So we are going to end today's podcast at this point. In our next episode, we'll dive into the next chapters where the authors discuss theming, complexity, and the potential for fully automated decision making. If you thought today's discussion was engaging, just wait until we tackle the challenges and possibilities of AI taking over entire decision workflows. If you enjoyed this podcast, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with a friend who is curious about AI impacting their lives. And until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and keep exploring the intersection of technology and humanity. Thank you.